Hi, I'm Kim.
And I'm Chelsea, and we're from Austin Doula Care. We are both birth and postpartum doulas, childbirth educators, and I'm also a lactation counselor. We're here today to talk to you about what a birth doula does. So we're going to give you just a little bit of information. Everybody works a little bit differently, but there's some general things that a birth doula really does. And so we're going to tell you what that is.
Yeah, so birth doulas are often your first line of defense. We are the people that you hire during your pregnancy, and you're able to reach out to for any questions, recommendations you might need. A lot of times our clients will reach out to us with a question when they're like, I don't know if I should contact my provider about this. Is this, I need to know about an acupuncturist or a chiropractor, a massage therapist, or these feelings I'm feeling, are they normal? We are there to normalize things, to give you resources, to give you recommendations. And when appropriate, we are going to tell you, you know what, that's probably a question for your provider. So that's kind of what we do prenatally in helping you to normalize what's happening in your body and helping you prepare for your birth. All birth doulas are going to do anywhere between 2 to 3 prenatal visits. These are typically done in your home. It's really important for us to know where you live. So when you're in labor and we come to your house at 3 in the morning, we've been there before. It can be really hard driving somewhere in the dark, like, where am I going? I don't know. So we like to come to your home. I like to see where you live, get to know your pets, maybe your other children, have some time one-on-one with you and your partner so that we can really get to know you. The better we know our clients, the better doulas we are. Birth is a really vulnerable and emotional process. And if you're not comfortable with the person in the room with you, everything's going to stop or slow down. So building that relationship prenatally is really important. We're going to help you kind of flesh out your birth preferences. And we call them preferences because you can't plan a birth. So after your childbirth class, we're going to help you figure out, okay, what are the things that you learned? What are the things that resonated with you? What do you want for your birth? What's your ideal birth? And then we're going to help you come up with preferences for an induction, for a cesarean, because there's a lot of ways to give birth and they're all valid ways of giving birth. So really helping you figure out what you would want for different scenarios. Another prenatal visit would be talking to you about postpartum, helping you prepare for postpartum. It's a really big change when you have a baby to your relationship and to your sleeping and your eating and all the things. So who's going to take care of you postpartum? Who's going to be preparing your meals? Who's going to be doing your laundry? What are your sleep expectations? And helping you and your partner to make sure you're on the same page about this. And that's really important. Some doulas will do a third prenatal visit where they come in and they can help you organize your nursery or set up your breast pump or whatever it is that you need, or even just going and taking a walk to have more time to get to know you a little bit better. Another really big part of what we do is talking to the partners and figuring out how we can work with the partners. We are not there to take that place. We are part of the team, and it is a team effort having a baby. So we're going to talk to the partner and find out, what's their comfort level? Where do they want to be during the birth? Do they want to be down there catching the baby? Do they want to be up by the birthing person's head? What's their comfort level? For a first-time parent, birth can be kind of long sometimes. And so having a doula there is so helpful to help the partner to be able to get some sleep, to go out and get some fresh air, to get some fresh food, go get a hot meal somewhere. Also normalizing things that are happening in the birth room. So that's a lot of what we do prenatally, is really working with you to build this team that's going to support you and your partner throughout your pregnancy and birthing time.
Yes. And then when baby day gets here, whenever labor starts, and we'll have discussed that with you and making sure you know the signs of early labor, you're going to call your doula. And when we want you to call us, it doesn't matter if it's the middle of the night. We are on call for you. Birth a lot of times happens in the middle of the night. So don't be afraid to call your doula at 2:00 in the morning. That's what we're there for. Usually you'll call us at 2:00 in the morning and talk about the things you might be noticing, the early labor signs, and we'll get really excited with you. And then we'll probably tell you to go back to sleep. Birth can be a really long process. So you likely won't need your doula to be with you immediately once labor starts. We'll do a lot of probably phone support, checking in with you, talking to you on the phone, seeing how things are going, reminding you of things that you can do to kind of stay restful, and some labor comfort measures that we'd gone over with you at your prenatal visits. and just touching base with you. And then whenever you're ready for in-person support, and that looks different for everybody, there's no one rule for that, your doula will come to you and will labor with you at home. We really do like to labor with you at home before you get to your birthing location. The biggest mistake first-time parents make is they go to the hospital way too early. And if you're not in active labor yet, they'll probably send you home, and that can be very frustrating. So that's one really good thing, is your doula can let you know when is the right time to go to the hospital, and we'll know when you want to get there based on your prenatal visits. So once we come visit you at home, check in with you, normalizing everything that you're going through, helping to manage the intensity of labor, giving your partner a break if they need to, reminding you to eat, maybe helping you with some comfort measures, hip squeezes, all the good doula tools that we know how to use. And then when it's time to go to the hospital or your birthing location, we'll follow you there. We'll let you know when it's time, making that decision a little bit easier for you. A lot of times parents are stressed about, is it too early to go? Is it too late to go? When can we go? Doulas don't do anything medical. So we are not going to do any cervical checks, but we know what labor looks like and what it sounds like and how you're moving your body. And we're a pretty good judge of when it's time to get to your birthing place. So we'll go with you to your birthing location, and we're there with you the whole time. Your doula is the only one that's going to be the constant in your birth. The nurses are going to come and go on their shifts. Your providers are going to come and go. It's really likely that you're not even going to get your main doctor at your birth because they work on a call schedule. So you might get somebody else in the practice you've never met before. So it's really important your doula is going to be there, that one person that you know that's going to give you that consistency. And then as Kim said, we're there to normalize things. We see poop and blood and vomit, and we're like, yay, this is amazing. And you and your partner are like freaking out. So we're there to tell you, yeah, this is a really good sign. This means things are happening. This is what labor looks like. We're there to take that anxiety level down and really slow things down. If your provider walks in and is like, okay, great, let's break your water. You don't know what to say to that. You might need some time to think about it. So it's really hard to be in your brain in that moment and to make those logical decisions. So we might suggest, hey, do you guys want to think about that for a little bit? You want to slow things down. We can have your provider come back in an hour and we'll have time to talk about that. And we'll help you, to giving you that information. What are the pros and cons of whatever decision you're looking to make? Slowing things down so by the time you're ready to make that decision, you feel really confident. And you're like, yes, we know what we want. This is what we want to do. This is how we want to move forward with this birth. That's a big part of what we do. We're also there to suggest position changes, help to deal with that intensity, helping you to make those decisions. And then once baby comes, we're in a really good position. Sometimes we can step back and grab your phone and maybe take some pictures for you and capture that first moment when you get to see your baby for the first time. After the birth, we stay for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on how things go. And we really make sure you get help with that first latch, making sure you get breastfeeding established, answer any of those newborn questions for you. And then once you guys are kind of settled, there's a really quiet time, a peaceful time after all the major things have been done and the baby's been checked out. And then we'll let you go and just be your lovely little family with your new baby. And then we'll check in with you. And most doulas do a postpartum visit after you get home from your birthing place, just to kind of check in on you, process the birth, answer any newborn questions you have. How do I do this swaddle? Is that poop color look okay? Remind me how to do this breastfeeding hold. Just a quick check-in, just to kind of wrap things up and see how you felt about the whole birth. And again, answer questions that you might have. So that's what basic birth support looks like for most doulas.
Yeah, and it's really important to remember that with so many amazing doulas in Austin, there is a doula for everyone, but we are not the doulas for everyone. So make sure when you're looking into doula support that you contact a couple different doulas and have consultations. You're really going to be able to get a feel for that connection. That's what you're looking for. You're going to have somebody there who's going to see you emotionally and physically naked, vulnerable. So it doesn't matter how experienced your doula is if you don't have a connection with them. So that's what you're really looking for when you're looking for a birth doula, is somebody who you feel comfortable with, you feel confident in supporting you and helping you and your partner through this amazing transition in your life.